Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. And today I want to talk about reliability. Now, I'm gonna somehow edge the stories into the 3.7 and 3.0 Ts, but I just want to share a little story with y'all guys. One of my first cars I got was a 1987 Mazda MPV. This is for some of the older guys. This is a van, okay? But it was a 4-track, I believe, or four-wheel drive. So it was a piece of turd. It was my first car. It was my college car. It was my first car to ever learn how to drive in, and it was a piece of crap. It smoked. It ate antifreeze. It ate oil. Whenever I was putting gas in the van, I was also putting oil into the engine. So that's how bad this car was. It was terrible. But it was my daily driver for about 3 to 4 months. Now, why am I sharing this story with you guys? This shows you when you get something and you don't take care of it and breaks down over time. And I had an experience where it started to overheat, and it overheated right around the corner from where I live. And my car literally shut off because it was overheating and went onto the curb. And at that moment in my life, I realized I'm never going to get a car and not know if it's reliable or not. And I'm going to make sure that I make the proper choice to find something that's reliable within my price range, no matter whatever car I'm going to get. Or at least I'll be a little bit more familiar with some of the common issues. So in these next few seconds, you can check the card for the 3.7 and the 3.0 T I'm going to put up, the reliability or the common issues. But why am I really speaking about this? I always hear this a lot through the automotive spectrum, and you guys do see it too, and for some of the ladies that are watching. What reliable? I want something reliable. Is it reliable? Does it take boost? Does it take a beating? Will it start every morning? And as I noticed with time, in the last 20, 30 years, a lot of cars are still doing good for this nowadays and ages. So what led me, so one of my first choices for the car I really wanted to get was a 1995 to 1997, 1999 Nissan Maxima. I love the VQ 3.0. You know what I'm talking about. For the guys who know the VQ, I really loved it, and I was like, okay, cool. But I also was looking into at that time I think a C36, Mercedes C36 AMG, and GS300 at the same time. So those two cars are a little bit more expensive. Definitely the C43 or the C36. But when I looked at the common problems, and this is when they had the old forums, the GS300 wasn't really bad at all, but it was still quite expensive. And what led me not to get the GS300 was I didn't like to do certain the timing chain service. I just never really liked it. I never liked the idea that this is something that can pop and destroy the motor. Like, I just was like, I'm not gonna get something that if I drive in the water a certain way, it might just slip off if it's not tight enough, or if the timing's off just a little bit immaculate, which you can never get the timing belt perfectly right, that something could go wrong. I just never liked that fact, especially that when I was younger, of course, broke college student. I didn't want to destroy the motor myself, and I wanted to work on cars mostly myself. And for the C36, very expensive car, and the motor was not reliable from I believe the distributor to it had head gasket leaks. The transmission wasn't that good, and the interior was a little dated and didn't really have as much. So that's what led me down to a Nissan Maxima. Now, there were other cars in the market that I liked, but they were way too expensive at that time, like an IS300 and well, of course, way more expensive cars. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna find a VQ 3030, and I'm gonna try to find the best one. And at that time, I found a 1996 bluish Nissan Maxima. Auto, of course, because, I don't drive sticks. I eat cheeseburgers while I shift in that 4-speed automatic. But anyways, why am I really speaking about this? That car taught me so much about reliability. It taught me so much that certain things do break over time and you will have issues. And the only issue that I had with that car necessarily is the starter went out. The alternator didn't go out in that time, but the starter went out. And they had like an EGR issue, whatever the case might be. But majority has few leaks and oil leaks, everything, but just needed regular maintenance. Sometimes most people who have been following Nissan Infinitis for a while, the evap canister too. But all in all, it was a good car. It's just that it started to rust, and I got a hole in the driver's seat, under the driver's seat. But anyways, let me branch this back over into the 3.7, 3.0T world. Guys, when you're looking up a car, you gotta look into if it's reliable or not. And is that motor reliable or not? Look at the car and look at it like this. The engine is one of the most crucial parts of the car. Next is the transmission. I don't care if you guys have a rusted wheel fenders like on my 2002 Maxima I have. I don't care if it's missing a front bumper. If the engine and transmission is not running right, you should not get that vehicle. Now, some of the people that's also watching this video are coming maybe from the BMW world or the Mercedes world or even the older Dodge and Ford's world. And they're like, all right, let's see how reliable these cars. And I want to make sure I'm getting the right car. I want to be fair here. Infiniti Nissan is not really necessarily one of the top most reliable cars out there. It's also, what I realize is the whole Japanese market is pretty decent reliable depending on the type of motor that is used in those specific vehicles. And to be fair to the European market, there's a few motors on their end, such as like the Audi 1.8Ts to the 2.0Ts, which are also pretty reliable for turbo motors. And I'm not too familiarized with the other vehicles, other motors out there, but I know there's quite a few. Definitely stay away from that 4.4 liter that is branded like in the last 15 to 20 years of BMW though. From when it's boosted to not boosted. That's not a reliable motor at all. I don't care. You guys might come to the video and bash me. I think that BMW 4.4 is trash, okay? But just to branch it back off, guys, yes. The 3.7 is definitely reliable. It's definitely a reliable car. The VQ is definitely reliable from the lineage of 1995 all the way up until 2015. We know that. And the 3.0T is I can't tell you guys definitively that it is. As of now, there's really no high mileage of VR30s are on the market right now. So even in my own experience and the people that I know around me, that they really haven't get to certain issues yet. And the more that I'm seeing these cars being tuned, they're not having issues. And that's what a reliability is. The old NB4s, this is the inline six BMWs, 335s that were used in different makes and model and brands. They have common issues. And yes, when you modify a car, stuff will break. But for a car to come from 300 to 400 and then start having issues is a big thing. But with our vehicles, I got to give it to Nissan Infiniti. You got these guys putting tuned cars out there, making almost double the amount of wheel horsepower. And the car is not skipping a beat. It starts every day. And that's why I got to give my hats off to Nissan Infiniti. Yes, they took forever to bring out a twin-turbo V6 to the USD market, or the US market. But most people are trashing like, oh, it's not fast, it's not the best thing out there. But it is one of the best things. That's why the Kia Stinger, if you check that card up here, is getting so much love because they came from an underdog market. So they're going to do very good because they're like, wow, 3.3 twin 6 from Kia, this is great. And I give them respect for that. But that's why we're also getting overshadowed by other motor makers because they look at us like, in Nissan and Infiniti, they make reliable motors and transmissions already. So it's nothing spectacular. And to us, we're like, we have a twin turbo V6. No one cares. Everyone's just like, crickets, crickets, crickets. Give us the Q60 Black 6. Black 256, the electric hybrid coupe that they're going to bring out. They want to see that. They're like, oh, that's supposed to be leading edge. And we're like, but we got a twin turbo 400 car right? They're like, nope, that's nothing new. It can't be the M3. Okay. And it's the truth, guys. So to be fair, I just wanted to make this video about reliability. And you know what, guys? I just want you to be able to definitely look into and research it. For people who were looking into this, just watching this video, just check those cars that I put out to start. If you're looking to come to the Nissan and Infiniti world, I want you to make the crucial choice and the crucial decision, get the car you want. At the end of the day, guys, I'm gonna use this quick analogy. Like, you can, if you want to buy sneakers, right? You have expensive sneakers and you have cheap sneakers. But you have sneakers that both sneakers will get the job done. You'll both walk in both of them. But it doesn't mean that the most expensive sneaker will be the best quality. Or, to be fair, doesn't mean that'll be the most comfortable. And the cheaper sneakers, who doesn't know that the cheaper sneakers might not outlast the more quality, high expensive sneakers? And this is something that we see in day and age. So I'm not trying to bash and sit there and say where money should go whatever the way you dress. I'm just using it as a quick analogy of, listen, sometimes things are cheaper because they're more reliable. They are more reliable in the sense of when it comes to the car market. So that's why I'm never going to play Kia, because Kia could do good with a new brand. Also, Infiniti, they won my heart with the VQ37, and I know that they're going to put their same energy and time into the VR30. This may not be the best VR30 version yet. It might get better in the future. But as of right now, I like what the market is going for it. All in all, guys, tell me what you think. Drop some comments below. Let me know what were some of your first cars, and what maybe have led you to come into the Infiniti Nissan world. I've had a few people commented that said they came from the BMW world, Subaru world, even Mitsubishi world. You know, not too many people come from BMW to the Infiniti world, because once you go to a higher brand, it's like it's hard to come back to something lower. And I understand that, because my friend has a S6 and I really like his car. But I can see why he won't come back, because it's just like, wow, this is kind of the next level. But all in all, guys, you have an amazing, beautiful day. If you made this part of the channel, hit the like button. If you really like this video, I understand if you hit the little dislike button, but please drop a comment and hit the subscribe with that bell so you can get notifications. I like to have conversations with you guys. We have a really good dialect, and let's just keep these videos going. Of course, I'm going to keep making more DIY videos. It's just for right now, I'm just having a conversation with you guys, but we're definitely going to get back into making this blue iridium blue car a bit quicker. Otherwise than that, this is Boost in Motion, guys. You can contact me on Boost in Motion on Instagram and Boost in Motion on Facebook. And you guys are definitely doing it. Wow. I'm getting a lot of messages. But thank you, guys. You have an amazing, beautiful day.